let us reflect upon the nature of the mind. The mind is a restless wanderer, constantly whispering thoughts, shaping illusions, creating fears, and spinning dreams. From the moment you wake to the moment you sleep, thoughts arise and dissolve like waves upon the ocean. And yet, many people believe they are their thoughts, as if their essence is woven from the fabric of every passing idea, every fleeting emotion. But I tell you this, you are not your thoughts, just as the sky is not the clouds that pass through it. Look at the vast sky above us. It stretches endlessly, silent and free. Storms come, lightning flashes, rain pours, and yet the sky itself remains untouched. It does not become the storm. It does not resist the clouds, nor does it cling to the sunshine. In the same way, your mind is like the sky, vast, boundless, and free, while your thoughts are mere passing clouds. Some days the sky is clear, filled with warmth and light. Other days, it is dark and heavy, filled with storm and thunder. But the sky does not change, and neither do you. The problem arises when we forget this truth. We mistake the clouds for the sky itself. When a dark thought arises, I am not good enough, I am a failure, I will never be happy, we believe it is the ultimate truth. We wrap ourselves in these thoughts, carrying them as if they are our identity. But tell me, dear seeker, if a bird flies across the sky, does it leave a mark? Does the sky become the bird? No, the sky remains as it is, untouched by the movements within it. Your thoughts are like that bird, merely passing through, leaving no lasting trace unless you grasp at them. A troubled man once came to the Buddha, his mind burdened with doubt and sorrow. "Master," he said, "my mind is filled with thoughts of anger, fear, and despair. They come without warning, and I feel powerless against them. How can I rid myself of them?" The Buddha smiled and pointed to a great river flowing nearby. If a traveler stands by the river and watches the water flow, does he try to stop the current? The man shook his head. "No, Master, for it is impossible." "Indeed," said the Buddha, "and yet many try to stop the current of their thoughts. They fight them, cling to them, or believe they are trapped by them. But thoughts are like the river. They come and they go. You do not have to hold on to them. You do not have to fight them. Simply watch them, and they will pass. But many people suffer because they believe every thought must be true. A thought appears, "I am not worthy," and they accept it as reality. Another thought arises, "I am a failure," and they allow it to define them. But tell me, dear seeker, if a shadow falls upon your path, does it mean the sun has disappeared? No, the shadow is merely a passing moment, created by the movement of life. In the same way, your thoughts are not the truth. They are only reflections, illusions shaped by past experiences, fears, and desires. To understand this deeply, observe your mind as a silent witness. When a thought of fear arises, do not resist it. Simply say, "Ah, here is fear." When anger stirs within you, do not chase it away. Simply say, "Ah, here is anger." In this way, you begin to see that these thoughts do not define you. They are merely visitors, coming and going, while you remain the silent observer, the vast sky, the endless ocean beneath the waves. A wise monk once sat in meditation beside a pond. As he watched the water, a gentle breeze sent ripples across its surface. He smiled and said, "A restless mind is like this pond, disturbed by the winds of thought." But when one stops chasing thoughts, when one simply observes, the waters become still. And in that stillness, one can see clearly. When you stop identifying with your thoughts, a great peace arises within you. You no longer feel the need to fight every anxious idea or cling to every joyful moment. You begin to see life as it truly is, impermanent, ever-changing, flowing like a river. You are not the waves that rise and fall, but the deep, still ocean beneath them. You are not the flickering flames of thought, but the steady, unwavering light that watches over them. So do not be troubled by the thoughts that arise in your mind. They are not you. They never were. Let them come and go like leaves floating down a stream. Be still, be watchful, and you will discover a great truth. Beneath the restless movements of the mind, there is a space of perfect stillness, a vast sky untouched by any storm. This is your true nature. This is your liberation. And when you understand this, you will no longer be held prisoner by your own thoughts. You will walk through life like the sky above the clouds, vast and free, untouched by their passing. You will not be shaken by fear, nor tempted by desire. You will simply be pure, present at peace. So remember, dear seeker, you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that watches them come and go. Rest in this truth, and you will find a freedom beyond all suffering.